Hello guys, welcome back. Myself Assistant Professor Gaurang Prajapati from Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center Navsari. So, I am going to continue the topic of direct and bending stress of the subject Structural Analysis 1, 4th semester Civil Engineering. In the previous two videos, in the first video I have covered the theoretical portion and core and kernel sections example, and in the second video I have covered this all masonry piers examples. Now in this video we are going to cover dam and retaining wall portion of the chapter. Okay, so first of all let's talk about the dam and retaining wall. Say first of all maximum and minimum pressure at the base of the dam. Now as you can see, this is the cross section of the dam, that is this one. Okay, in this one A, that is top width of dam, B, that is bottom width of dam, H, overall height of the dam, small h, that is height of water, that is on upstream side, okay, on the dam. Then P, that is total water pressure that will be acting over here. W, that is total weight of dam that will act towards the downward direction. R, that is resultant of these two forces, that is P and W. A, that is heel of dam, and B, that is toe of dam, like that. Okay, now in this one the equations criteria are there. First of all, weight of dam. So weight of dam will be always subjected to like this. This is A plus B into H by 2 into rho. Okay, see where, just a minute, see, as is a trapezoidal section, the dimensions are like this. The equation of area, this one is A plus B into its overall height, that is H by 2. So ultimately its formula of area A plus B into H by 2 multiplied by rho, that is density of concrete. So ultimately that's the formula of W. Okay, that is weight of dam. Then next, that is second, total water pressure on the dam. Now in this one, just a minute, see, as water pressure diagram will be generated on the upstream side like this. Okay, in this one pressure is W into H and it is of the height H. So ultimately it's a triangle portion, we need its area. So area will be half BH, BH is pressure, that is WH into its heights. So we can say by simplifying this one, we will get to this, pressure equals to half into W into H, sorry, WH into H. So ultimately it will be WH square by 2. That's second case. Then third, eccentricity. Now in case of eccentricity, we will generate the formula that is over here. First of all, let's say the theory, total water pressure P acts horizontally at the height of H by 3 from the base of the stem. Okay, just a minute, let me keep it in one spin. So first of all, total water pressure P will act at the distance of H by 3 from the base. Okay, next, total weight of the dam, that is W, acts towards the downward direction, that means this W, this one is our P, and R is, there will be its resultant. So its formula will be, that is root of P square plus W square. Okay, now in this one we are concerned about the eccentricity. Okay, so over here you can see resultant R cut the base at the point of K. Now just a minute, yeah, now see, this resultant R will cut the base at the point of K, that is this one. Now distance, first of all jk means this dimension, J and K, you can see over here, this one is our J, this one is our K. So distance jk, that is we can say x. So its formula will be capital P by capital W into H by 3. Capital P, that is total water pressure, capital W, that is weight of dam, multiply by small h by 3, that will be distance jk. So I got this distance jk. Then we need to calculate this distance aj as well as. So distance aj equals to, formula will be a square plus ab plus b square divided by 3 times a plus b, where a top width of dam, b bottom width of dam. So that's the formula of jk. And once we do aj and jk, summation of that one, that will be ultimately small d. So d equals to aj plus jk. And finally eccentricity, okay, this one is small d or not capital D. And finally eccentricity, just a minute, let me zoom the figure. See, eccentricity is this dimension from this to this, that is eccentricity. So we can say it is the dimension equals to this one is d, okay, minus we can say half of this one b by 2. So eccentricity's formula will be d minus b by 2, like that. B, that is bottom width of dam, while d, so that is aj plus jk, like that. Okay, so to calculate eccentricity we need to calculate first of all jk or x we can say, then we need to calculate aj, then doing the summation of this one I will get the value of small d, and from this I will get the value of eccentricity. Okay, so these are the formulas which we are going to use in the example, that's why I am narrating it over here. Just a minute. Okay, and then we need to calculate maximum and minimum pressure. Maximum pressure, as we have already seen in the theory, sigma max, that is W by B in the bracket 1 plus 6 into E divided by B, while minimum pressure same formula, only instead of plus it will be minus over here. W by B 1 minus 6 into E divided by B, that will be maximum and minimum pressures formula. So in this one unknown will be, we can say, eccentricity, then capital W and B. Okay, so first of all let's solve some of the examples of the dam. Okay, see, figure will not be given to us. See, this is our normal typical cross section of the dam. We need to always draw this figure as per our instructions of the data. Okay, so let's start the sum. See, a masonry dam 9 meter high, so that is 9 meter high, 2 meter wide at top it is 2 meter, that is small a. Okay, and 6 meter wide at the base, so at the base b equals to 6 meter. Retains water to the full height, so it is retaining water up to the full height, so that means water will be like this up to the full height. So small h will also be the same as capital H, 9 meter. Then the water phase of the dam is vertical, that is this one. Okay, find the maximum and minimum stresses developed at the base. The unit weight of water and masonry are 10 kilonewton per meter cube and 22 kilonewton per meter cube, okay, respectively. It has been asked in 7 marks, November 2019. So first of all we need to draw this sketch, as I told you. Okay, we need to show the dimension A, then B, then capital H, height of dam, and small h, that is height of water. Okay, otherwise remaining portion is as per the theoretical criteria. Now, so first of all, A, top width of dam 2, B, bottom width of dam 6 meter, capital H, height of dam 9 meter, small h, height of water, that is also 9 meter. Density of water W, that is 10 kilonewton per meter cube. Then rho, density of masonry, 22 kilonewton per meter cube, and sigma max, sigma minimum are unknown to us. Okay, so for sigma max and sigma minimum, so we need this value. Say unknown parameters are capital W, okay, eccentricity, and B. B is already given that in the data, bottom width of the dam. Capital W, that is water, we can say weight of the dam, while E, that stands for eccentricity. So let's start the sum first of all. Just a minute. Yeah. First of all, see, we will calculate total water pressure, that is capital P, that is small w h square by 2, where W, that is unit weight of water, 10, and H, that is height of water in the dam. So 10 into 9 square by 2, I will get the answer 405 kilonewton. So that's the first criteria, water pressure we have calculated. Then we need to calculate weight of the dam. We have all seen these steps in the theory. Now A, that is top width 2, B, bottom width 6. So 2 plus 6 into H, that is height of dam, 9 by 2, and rho, density of masonry, that is 22. Okay, by simplifying this one I will get the value of W. Okay, see, W is required for the formula of sigma max, sigma minimum. Okay, P is not required for that, but P will be used to calculate the formula of X, that is over here. That's why I have calculated P over here. Now next we need to calculate the eccentricity, that's our formula. In this one unknown are D and B. Now B, that is base width of the dam, that is we have given in the data. Problem is with the D. Now D, so D's formula is AJ plus X. So we do not have AJ as well as X. So first of all we need to calculate X, then AJ. Then by doing summation of this one I will get the value of D, and then by putting down this value over here I will get the value of eccentricity. Okay, so hope so you got the content what I'm trying to say. So first of all I will calculate X for this one. Formula stands for capital P by W into H by 3. Now unknown parameters: P, that is total water pressure 405 kilonewton, W, weight of dam 792 kilonewton, H, height of water in the dam, that is 9 meter, and B, that is bottom width of dam. Okay, now let's put down this value in this equation. P 405, W 792, multiply by H by 3, H is 9 meter. Okay, 9 by 3. By simplifying this one I will get the value of X, that is 1.53 meter. Once I get the value of X, then calculate AG, that is A square plus AB plus B square divided by 3 times A plus B. We all have the dimension of A and B. A, top width of dam 2 meter, and B, bottom width of dam, that is 6 meter. So let's put down the value. 2 square plus 2 into 6 plus 6 square divided by 3 times 2 plus 6. By simplification we will get the answer, that is 2.17 meter. Once I get this AJ and X, now I will calculate D. Okay, so for D, AJ plus X, AJ is 2.17, X is 1.53, I will get the answer D, that is 3.7 meter. And once I get the value of D, now let's put down this value in the equation of eccentricity. Formula stands for D minus B by 2, where D, that is 3.7 meter, and B, that is bottom width of stem, 6 meter. So ultimately I got the answer, that is 0.7 meter. So once I get the value of eccentricity, now I can calculate maximum and minimum pressure. Sigma maximum, first of all, sigma max, that is capital W by B in the bracket 1 plus 6 into E divided by B. Okay, capital W, that is weight of dam, we have already calculated over here. In just a minute, yeah, this one 792, that is I have 7 over here, capital W. Okay, so sigma max, W by B, W, that is 792 kilonewton, B, bottom width of width dam, that is 6 meter, in the bracket 1 plus 6, eccentricity 0.7, okay, divided by B, that is 6. By simplification I will get the answer 224.5 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, as it is positive, so compression. Similarly sigma minimum, same value, only instead of plus over here it will be minus. So 792 by 6 in the bracket 1 minus 6 into 0.7 divided by 6, so I will get the answer 39.5 kilonewton per meter square. As it is positive, so compression. And if stress distribution diagram has been asked, then we can draw the diagram like previous examples. Already we have discussed this concept in the second video of the chapter. Okay, on the right hand side sigma maximum will be there, on the left hand side sigma minimum will be there. Both are positive, so like this. If one is positive, say sigma maximum, it will be like this, and sigma minimum is negative, then it will be like this, like that. Okay, if negative, but right now there is no criteria such kind is. Okay, so right now this diagram will be there. So this is the example of the maximum and minimum pressure of the dam. So in each and every example we need to solve the sum in this manner. First of all we need to calculate total water pressure, that is P, then weight of dam. Then in order to calculate eccentricity we need to calculate X and AJ. By doing the summation of this one I will get the value of D, and then put down the value of D in the equation of eccentricity. Once you get eccentricity W, you can calculate maximum as well as minimum pressure. Okay, let's see another example. Example number 13. A masonry dam 5 meter high, say 5 meter high, 3 meter wide at the base small b, that is 3 meter, and 1 meter wide at top, so small a, that is 1 meter. Okay, retains water on the vertical face for full height. Again, for full height means the dam is fully filled with the water, that is, so small h will be equals to also 5 meter. So it is not necessary that each and every time water is up to the full height. Sometimes it may be say 1 or 2 meter lower, that is not an issue. Okay, like that. So A and B, that is 1 meter, 3 meter. Capital H, height of dam 5 meter, and small h, height of water in the dam, that is also 5 meter. Considering the density of masonry 17 kilonewton per meter cube, that is rho, and density of water 10 kilonewton per meter cube, that is this one. Find maximum and minimum pressure intensity at the base. So we need to calculate sigma max and sigma minimum. Okay, now so say in the same manner as we did the previously sum. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, first of all we will calculate total water pressure, that is WH square by 2. W unit weight of water, 10, and H that is height of water 5. 10 into 5 square by 2, I will get the answer 125 kilonewton. Then second, weight of dam, that is A plus B into H by 2 into rho. A top width of dam, B bottom width of dam, that is 1 plus T. H height of dam, that is 5 by 2, and rho density of masonry, that is 17. So by simplification I will get the answer 170 kilonewton. Now in order to calculate eccentricity, I will calculate first of all X. Formula stands for capital P by capital W into H by 3. So capital P, total water pressure, already we have calculated over here, that is 125. W, that is weight of the dam, already we have calculated over here, that is 170, into H by 3, that is height of water in the dam, that is 5 by 3. By simplification I will get the answer, that is 1.23 meter. That's the value of X. Then talking about AJ, formula stands for A square plus AB plus B square divided by 3 times A plus B. Now A, that is we can say top width of dam 1 meter, B that is bottom width, that is 3 meter. Okay, so 1 square plus 1 into 3 plus 3 square divided by 3 times A plus B, that is 1 plus 3. So I will get the answer, that is 1.08. Now AJ and X have been derived, so I can calculate the value of D, that is AJ plus X. So AJ 1.08, X 1.23, so I got the answer 2.31 meter. And now put down this value in the equation of eccentricity. Eccentricity equals to D minus B by 2. D, that is 2.31, and B, that is bottom width of the dam, that is 3 by 2. So ultimately I got the answer 0.81 meter. So now I can calculate the maximum as well as minimum pressure. See, maximum pressure, formula stands for W by B in the bracket 1 plus 6 into E divided by B. W, that is weight of dam 170 kilonewton. B, bottom width of dam 3 meter, in the bracket 1 plus 6, eccentricity, that is 0.81. So 0.81 divided by B, that is 3 meter. So by simplification I got the answer 148.33 kilonewton per meter square, and it is compressive. Clear? Now minimum pressure, sigma minimum equals to W by B in the bracket 1 minus 6 into E divided by B. Talking about the value, we have all the values, only instead of plus it is minus over here. Okay, so by putting down the value 170 by 3 in the bracket 1 minus 6 into 0.81 divided by 3, so I got the answer, that is minus 35 kilonewton per meter square. And as it is negative, so stress will be, or we can say pressure will be tensile. And by drawing the diagram, see at right hand side B, it is positive sigma max, that is how much, 148, and on the left hand side sigma minimum, that is negative 35. Okay, now let's join them, so plus minus. So that's the case of the dam. Okay, so these were the criteria regarding dam. Now let's see this case with respect to retaining wall instead of dam. Now what will be the difference? That difference will be there, that in what dam does, dam retains the water on the upstream side, while in case of the retaining wall it retains soil on the upstream side. This one is upstream side over. Okay, so only one formula will be changed, that is total pressures formula. See, in case of the dam, the total water pressures on the dam was WH square by 2, while WH square by 2, because over here water pressure was generating in terms of the triangle. Okay, so we were calculating area of this one, half into WH into WH into H, sorry. So ultimately that was WH square by 2, that was our formula. Okay, now in case of the retaining wall, same formula will be there. See, on the upstream side soil also do the same parameter, active earth pressure diagram will be generated over here. Okay, this one of height H and this one is WH into this one will be K, well K equals to active earth pressure coefficient. Clear? That is 1 minus sin 5 divided by 1 plus sin 5. That's the criteria. Okay, so ultimately this triangle's area will be half BH. Half B is, that is WH into K, that's the pressure, okay, into H. So by simplifying this one, I will get WH square by 2, that is as it is, into K, where K stands for active earth pressure, and its formula will be this one, 1 minus sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi, where 5, that is angle of repose of the soil. Normally it is given in the data 45 degree. That's the only change, otherwise remaining all the parameters will be as it is, like them. Okay, so let's solve the sum. See, retaining wall. A retaining wall 1 meter wide at top, 1 meter wide at top, A, 4 meter wide at base it is 4 meter, that is B, okay, and 7 meter high, that is 7 meter height, capital H, height of wall 7 meter, is retaining soil on its vertical face up to a height of 6 meter. Now see, this is the difference. In the previous all two examples we saw that water was up to the full height. Now in this one the soil is up to the height of, we can say, 6 meters. So small h equals to, we can see, height of the soil, that is 6 meter, while capital H, height of retaining wall, that is 7 meter. Okay, so I told you in the previous example also, it is not necessary that it is up to the full height. Okay, next, determine the maximum and minimum intensity of the stress. Check the stability of the wall if coefficient of friction between the soil and the masonry is 0.6, that is mu. Now weight of the masonry 24 kilonewton per meter cube, and weight of soil instead of water, and density of soil will be there, that is 16 kilonewton per meter cube, and angle of repose, that is 30 degree. Okay, so now let's see the data. Now say given data, A top width, B bottom width, both are given 1 meter and 4 meter. Capital H, height of wall 7 meter. Small h, height of soil in the in the wall, that is 6 meter. Then W, that is density of soil, that is 16. Rho, density of material, or we can say masonry, that is 24. Mu, coefficient of friction, that is 0.6, and 5, angle of repose, that is 30 degree. And we need to calculate sigma max and sigma minimum. Okay, so as I told you, only these parameters will be changed, otherwise the whole sum will be as it is. So first of all, total earth pressure formula will be WH square by 2 in the bracket 1 minus sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi, or you can write down it as a K also, and you can calculate K separately. Okay, like that, but I am not calculating separately, I am just calculating with itself. Okay, so unknown parameters: W, unit weight of soil, that is 16. H, height of soil, that is 6 meter, so 6 square divided by 2 in the bracket 1 minus sin 5 is 30 degree, so 1 minus sin 30 divided by 1 plus sin 30. By simplifying this one, I will get the answer 96 kilonewton. That's total earth pressure. Okay, now the remaining whole sum will be as it is. Next, weight of the wall, instead of dam it will be this time wall. So formula was same, A plus B into H by 2 into rho. A, top width of wall, B, bottom width of wall, 1 plus 4. H, total height of wall, 7 by 2. On a row, density of masonry, that is 24. By simplifying this one, I will get the value of W, that is 420 kilonewton. Okay, then what we were doing, first of all, okay, in this one we the stability check has been asked, that's the reason why I have shown it over here, otherwise normally we don't need to do this one. Okay, so now what we were doing until now, X, in order to calculate eccentricity we need to first of all calculate X, that is P by W into H by 3. P, that is total earth pressure 96. W, weight of wall, that is 420, into H by 3. H is height of wall, that is 7 meter, sorry 6 meter, not 7 meter, 6 meter, that is 6 by 3, that is over here. Okay, so ultimately I will get the answer, that is 0.46 meter. Then AJ, that is A square plus AB plus B square divided by 3 times A plus B, and we have both the value of A and B, 1 meter and 4 meter. So 1 square plus 1 into 4 plus 4 square divided by 3 times 1 plus 4. So ultimately I will get the answer 1.4 meter. Okay, so once I get the value of AJ and X, now by doing the summation of this one I will get the value of D. aj plus x, aj 1.4, x is 0.46, so I will get the answer 1.86 meter. And now put down this value in the equation of eccentricity, that is d minus b by 2. D is, we can say, 1.86 and b, that is bottom width of wall, 4 by 2. So I got the answer minus 0.14. See, usually eccentricity always comes plus, okay, so that sigma maximum is always on the right hand side and sigma minimum, where plus or minus, it will be on left hand side, like this. Diagram usually comes this, but if eccentricity comes like this, say it is a negative, then both parameters will be interchanged. Sigma maximum will be on this side, sigma minimum will be on this side, okay. See, maximum pressure formula stands for same as it is, capital W by B, 1 plus 6 into E divided by B. Now I am keeping the eccentricity as positive only in the calculation, okay. So sigma maximum will be on left hand side and sigma minimum will be on right hand side. This is just because as eccentricity is our negative, okay. So sigma max, capital W by B, just a minute, let me keep it in one frame. This is our formula, capital W, weight of wall 420, B, that is bottom width of wall 4 meter, 420 by 4, in the bracket 1 plus 6, eccentricity's answer is I am keeping as a positive, plus 0.14 by 4. By simplification I will get the answer 127.5 kilonewton per meter square, okay. But as it is positive, I am keeping it compressive, but we can say at hill, means at A point. Now that sigma maximum, okay, and sigma minimum, every parameter is same except in the middle it will be negative. So 420 by 4, in the bracket 1 minus 6 into 0.14 by 4, I will get the answer 82.5 kilonewton per meter square at toe, okay. So that is the criteria that will be over here. So in each and every examples above, we got to do like this, sigma maximum is on right hand side and sigma minimum was on the left hand side, but in this example it is interchanged just because eccentricity's value has come negative, okay. So these were the examples regarding retaining wall and dam. Hope so you have got all the concept, okay. Myself Gaurang Prajapati, signing off.